Alright, so we have been hard at work building a bunch of crap.
Oh,
So me and Zach made this thing, which we were going to use to give us 16 possible different outputs so we could have these sort of little cell block things with 4 doors opening in each direction. And it was going to be awesome and everything, except then I found out that these glowstone towers were going to run into each other when we started trying to put these together as tiles. So we had to change up our plans there, because the doors had to become thicker. So we did that, and this thing happened. And this thing, it works all right. It's not, it's not terrible. The issue with this specific setup that we have here is this space just isn't big enough for the randomizer that we ended up using. And I say we, but it was really me spending all morning kind of just sitting here staring at my computer, wondering what the hell am I going to do. So eventually I came up with this thing. I'll give you a quick demo. So before the cells were set up so that you have all 4 doors controlled for one cell. When I made this cell, I decided that it would be better if we only had 2 doors controlled per cell, and they would be controlled from underneath on the inside. So the randomizer circuit only has to pick between 2 different states for 2 different objects. The doors can be either open or closed, and there's 2 doors. So that's basically a binary 2-bit randomizer. The simplest way I figured out of doing that is dispensers. So these dispensers can either shoot an arrow or they can dispense a block. If they dispense a block, it hits this back wall here, drops straight down past this fence with the pressure plate on top, which sets an RS NOR latch, which opens. Actually, no, that closes the door. If it's an arrow, the arrow flies straight over the top of the pressure plate, gets stuck in this block, and that will not set the RS NOR latch. This line running underneath will reset the RS NOR latches if they have been tripped by the block falling through the pressure plate. So every time you press that button, the doors are opened, then the dispensers fire either a block or an arrow. If they fire a block, that door closes. If they fire an arrow, that door stays open. And that is true of both doors. So here's a quick demo of what happens when I press the button. Both arrows, both doors open. That sounded like they shot blocks, but it didn't do anything. Since they're dispensers, they have a bit of variance on where they fire. Yeah, note it's stuck on top of the fence, so not going to do anything there. But in general, they hit the back wall and fall through past the fence. I'll just bump one of the fences to show you what happens. Alright, so that simulates a block falling through. Bam, door's closed. Press the button again. Doors open, other doors closed. And it's random every time, so you can end up with both doors closed, both doors open, one door closed, one door open, the other door closed, the other door open. This is 16 of those cells over there stuck together. And each of them has 2 doors, which can be open or closed. So I'm going to press the button, and it's going to generate a sort of maze type thing. Now the problem with this is occasionally you can get pathways which don't connect up with anything else. So there's going to be an outer walkway around the entire outside, which is going to have its own set of doors, and those will probably always be open. And of course, then again, they might not be. And Johnny has been AFKing over here in a corner while he's been doing something else. But he's back now, sort of. He's in the call, so he can talk. Johnny, you do have the ability to talk, do you not?
Yes, I do.
Alright. So he's been working with me on figuring out the character classes. And he's basically been helping figure out which items go for which class. Essentially what's going to happen here is towards the end of this, we're going to be able to generate complex dungeons completely randomly at the press of a button. And then using the character classes, we're going to be able to play through them. Or as though Minecraft became a roguelike dungeon game. It's not going to be exactly like a rogue game because the dungeon won't be procedurally generated. It'll be generated at the start and then you play through, so it'll be more of a dungeon crawler. I've actually got 7 more tests left. I can press the button up to 7 more times before I'll need to reset all of the dispensers. That one's pretty terrible, actually. All of the rooms got cut off from each other for the first line. But we've got a nice sort of... I think this might actually be a full circle here. Nope, okay, it blocks off there. As you can see, there's complex shapes are easily possible, and it's entirely random based on whether or not the sand or the arrow decides to get shot out of the dispenser, which I believe people have looked into the coding of that, and it is pretty much random which item gets picked. There's no tendency to shoot arrows more than there is to shoot blocks. And then the second thing is these lapis blocks sitting here. These are registry marks, so I can just go in and MC edit or world edit and copy paste this entire thing somewhere else. So I could copy this entire field of 4x4 and paste 4 of them next to each other in MC edit, and then I could stack some on top of it, and then I could put a hallway around the outside and then make holes to the next floor down, and basically we'd have a giant dungeon with very little effort. It just took figuring out how to fit the randomizer underneath the blocks to get everything working smoothly. After that, it's just a matter of connecting a bunch of them together. Also, because we're an SMP, the arrows will glitch through to the top of the block, but it's just visual. You can't actually pick up the arrows, so no unfair advantages to rangers who don't have an infinity bow, even though they probably will, since there's no reason for us not to give them an infinity bow. But as you can see, really complex shapes possible really easily thanks to the sand blocks and the arrows that have been sitting in the dispensers. This is actually a pretty open dungeon. I think you might have pressed it one too many times, Johnny. I think we might be out of blocks, actually.
Oops.
Yeah. Dispenser thing. Apparently there's still one in this cell, which is the third one back in the second row over. So, all I have to do
That's cool. That's cool.
is head back to the third one back, which is actually the next one, I believe. Yeah, here it is. Notice this repeater is still getting power. That means that the RS NOR latch can't be reset when I press the button. But now that I've picked up that block there, it can and will be reset the next time I press the button.
Can we spawn zombies?
I don't think you can spawn anything. Monsters are turned off.
Okay.
I'm not even sure if it would work to try and spawn something.
I spawned a villager.
No, a monster.
You can't spawn a cow. God damn it.
Yeah, you can't spawn monsters.
Oh, I can't spawn cows. Cool. Nice.
I have the server set to where it won't spawn monsters because I don't want them
Slice.
bothering us while we're working.
What else can I spawn besides?
Alright, so there's a wall here that's stuck, and
Oh.
pressing the button should reset it. So I'm gonna just head over there and check to see if it's reset or not. Looks like it
What's the off spot?
fixed itself. It's a wild cat, Johnny.
Cool. What? How do you tame it?
Fish.
Ooh, I want a cat.
Alright, where is this? Okay, so this RS Norlatch got set somehow. I'm not sure exactly how, because there shouldn't have been anything in the dispensers to get passed out. But, you know, it could just be a bit of lag here, because the server's kind of under a lot of stress, because this computer is not designed to handle recording very well. So I am looking into a solution for that right now. I'm going to get Optifine because I don't have that yet, and I feel like it would be kind of awesome to have the multi-threaded version of Optifine on this computer. Anyway, just giving you guys an update on the status of our dungeon, which is awesome, by the way. It's only going to get better. The wiring is not super compact either for the doors or anything, but it's compact enough that I honestly don't care. So this is what it looks like from above. If I had it set, then you would be able to see that every time there's a redstone line here, if you can see redstone on top, that means you can't walk through that area in the bottom, because that means the door is closed. So you can essentially map it by going over the top and checking where there's redstone turned on and where there isn't. Anyway, Johnny, anything to say about the classes?
Well, let's see. We decided to keep a basic, have, what was it, 5 classes? Be a mage, war, archer, and rogue. I think, yeah, Quinn over here is gonna make custom enchantments and, what was it?
Potions. Potion effects.
Yeah, custom enchantment, custom potion effects too?
If I can. Which I should be able to.
Can. Anyway, he's like customizable those, and he's gonna pretty much make mages available, give rogue sort of the special-ish weapon, not really special. This is the same thing. It looks the same thing as the warriors, just have completely different mechs. Let's see what else to say about them. Not really much to say because we haven't developed them very much either.
Right. Well, basically, it's just.
Oh yeah, and
it's a way to play with friends.
You're using Minecraft mages, so they use potions instead of magic.
Yeah, because Minecraft doesn't have built-in magic, and I'd rather not develop a plugin.
It was an 8.
I'd rather not develop a plugin for something that is already basically in the game.
What else should we talk about? Okay. Actually, there isn't much to talk about now. Ow.
Yeah, this was mostly just to show off the randomized dungeon. Which, by the way, was inspired by a YouTube video I saw from from a channel called Minecraft PG5. I don't know if it's a group of people or a single guy, but I saw the video and I thought, I think I can do that too, and then I thought, why not just make it my own thing? So, that's what this is. Anyway. Guess I'll talk to people later. Don't really have a way of signing off.
You need a way to sign off? Really?
No, but I should probably think of one at some point.